challenge, which is all about Susie and Otis trying to use existing technology to make money.
Yeah, now...
Hello, Otis and Susie. Welcome to the Gadget Warehouse. It's packed to the rafters with tech, and it's where your challenge will begin.
We had to make money by taking up to £350 worth of tech and converting it into as much cash as we could in a month.
Thank you, Lord Bentley.
Thanks, Sir Bentley. Lord Bentley, Sir Alan.
We had just 30 minutes to choose our tech, and we soon realised this was a store with a difference.
£10? Oh, it's broken.
It included a mixture of brand new tech marked at regular retail prices
and some second-hand tech selling at charity shop and car boot sale prices.
Ooh, look at this. 60 CDs for 25 quid. I reckon I can make a bit of cash out of that.
Last year, over £20 billion worth of tech was sold in Britain, and much of it will eventually end up being resold. Second-hand gadgets can be incredibly valuable, like the original 1970s Apple computer, which recently fetched over £130,000.
However, I wasn't convinced reselling was the way to go.
Ah, Galaxy Tab, £420. Let's see if that's a good price.
There are loads of apps to give you instant price comparisons, and on the Gadget Show we found that Red Laser was the best at discovering the cheapest prices.
Right, I can get it for £329, so there's very little profit margin if I buy it here. There must be another way I can make money.
Although I decided to focus on second-hand stuff, I clearly wasn't going to buy any junk.
Ooh, 10 Nintendo games for 50 quid. That sounds very good, but I'm not going to rely on my judgment.
Stores like Amazon sell massive quantities of new tech, but they also sell things second-hand, and their app gives you both new and used prices. Second-hand values can drop by over 50% in a year, but when a title is popular, you can still get a healthy price for used copies.
So look at this, about £25. I'd already have half my money back with selling just one game. Gosh, whoever priced these up didn't really know what they were doing.
I still wasn't convinced that buying and selling would make me a lot of profit, but something else had caught my eye.
Oh, Acer laptops. I got it. What about if I use the tech I buy to make money using the internet? Nice.
Facebook, Google, YouTube. They were all started by young entrepreneurs who've made themselves billionaires. But I'd be happy just coming up with a website like the $1 Million homepage. For this, student Alex Chu divided a page on his website into 1 million pixels and sold ads for $1 per pixel. In just over 4 months, he'd made $1 million.
Now, I've always fancied writing my own blog. I'm on TV, and there's a fair chance people might be interested in what I have to say. Bottom line, I can make some money out of it.
Companies will pay to advertise on blogs. Perez Hilton has made a fortune through his popular Hollywood gossip blog. And political blogger Ariana Huffington recently sold her site, The Huffington Post, for a staggering 150 million quid.
I still felt confident looking out for second-hand bargains.
15 second-hand mobiles for £240. Gosh, that sounds cheap.
By entering details of the mobile phones into my eBay selling app, I could get a graph showing the lowest, highest and average selling price of each one.
Gosh, look at these prices. These are definitely worth a punt.
I was now certain I'd make more money than Susie using the web, and I had another plan, selling photos.
Ah.
And to take them, I found a great second-hand digital SLR.
Meanwhile, I'd found some really old tech.
Ooh, a little gold mine.
These days, gaming classics can be valuable antiques worth big money. And in the US, one original Atari game recently sold for £150,000. My consoles weren't in that league, but I thought there was a good profit to be made from an Atari Jaguar and a Sinclair Spectrum, as they were both selling for £10 each.
Now, this is well worth having, this Atari 2600, because it's one of the original 16K models.
Seriously, old games consoles?
It's vintage tech, and I can afford a lot of it with the money we've been given.
Yeah, but are you going to be able to sell it at a good price?
I do hope so.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Go off, people.
I immediately started my money-making by creating a personal blog using blogger.com, where I could share my videos and writing with the world.
And because it's owned by Google, you can add Google AdSense advertising to your blog.
When a visitor clicks on one of these ads, it'll make me money that would soon mount up. However, all my earnings would be subject to tax.
The more people visit your blogs, the more likely you are to generate advertising income. But don't click on the ads yourself. Google will find out and they'll shut you down.
Next, I got tips from tech expert and professional blogger Jason Slater.
The way that you make money is by building a community
Yep.
and getting people to come back to your site. And if you stick to your narrow scope of the things that you're passionate about, the writing will come easy.
Okay.
Jason also gave me plenty of contacts, so when I was blogging away, I could include relevant videos and ads to boost my income.
I was also on the case.
The most important thing for me is working out how I'm going to sell my tech to make the most profit, whether it's directly, face-to-face, online, or, where I'm going now, a second-hand store.
The great advantage of selling to second-hand stores like Cash Converters or CEX is that they will give you a cash price right there and then.
Hello. Hiya. I come with potential business. Can we start with CDs?
By scanning barcodes and using their own valuation database, they quickly gave me a price for all my CDs. But would it be more than the 25 quid I'd paid?
Altogether, you're looking at about £3.20.
Disaster! I was offered just £3.20 for all of my CDs. Would I do better with my £50 worth of computer games?
£81 cash altogether.
Hey! That would make me a profit of £31. Onto my phones.
So that's quite perfect condition, isn't it?
Apart from the back.
OK, so... Oh. I was hoping he wasn't going to look at the back.
Prices are based on the condition of the phones, and money is taken off if you're missing accessories like chargers. I paid £240 for my mobiles, but was only offered £246. That would only be a tiny profit of £6, but I still had my classic games consoles.
What do you reckon?
Nobody buys them anymore, apart from museums, I'm afraid. Or as collector's pieces.
This is a disaster.
Overall, though, things were looking good. CEX had valued my tech at £15.20 more than I'd paid, so I knew I could definitely turn a profit.
Right. I'm not going to sell anything just yet. I'm just going to explore my other options first.
I was certain the internet was the way to make money, and I had another idea.
Fashion is big business, and there are now online stores such as Zazzle and Cafe Press where you can set up your own virtual shop and sell your own designed clothing.
And it's not only the big online companies who can do this.
I'm about to enter a T-shirt making empire.
The Boston online store is run from a semi in Birmingham by Donato Esposito.
Here's my office.
Donato has been marketing his own designs for 10 years, but he also lets other people use his website to open their own stores.
The benefit we've used in companies like ourselves and the others is you can set up a design, set up some ideas, try it out, which is very much low risk. The only cost is basically the time and effort getting the designs made.
You just send in your design and he will arrange all the printing, payment and delivery costs. So you just set the price you want to sell it for and wait for the profits to roll in.
I like it.
While Otis was thinking about selling T-shirts, I had plans for selling my retro consoles on eBay.
eBay is the world's largest auction website, with 18 million people visiting the UK site alone. So it's a great place to sell your specialised or collectible tech. And there's two ways of doing it. Either you can do it yourself, or you can use a broker.
eBay brokers will sell your tech for a commission on the sales price. And when we did this test 2 years ago on The Gadget Show, we took our tech to one that managed to get better prices for us than we could ourselves, even after he deducted his commission. This time, I'd gone one better and found an eBay broker, Gary, from Sell Your Stuff on eBay, who would come to visit me.
Right, Gary, this is what I've got. 3 retro games consoles.
Everyone's loving retro gaming at the moment.
Good, I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking I'd made a mistake buying these.
Gary takes a 20% commission on top of the 15% of regular eBay selling costs, so how much could I hope to get?
We could put it on eBay for you. Buy it now around the £90, £100 mark. You'd be looking at getting back between 60 and 80 for it.
That would mean a profit of over £50. Brilliant! Make sure any broker you use has a high eBay rating with all positive comments. Then you'll be assured that your tech is being auctioned by experienced sellers keen to get you and them the best price. Gary was loving what I had to sell, but then we came to my large stack of CDs.
Gary, I've got a whole bunch of CDs as well. Are you interested in those?
It's not the type of thing we deal with on this basis.
So, reselling Duffy CDs really is a Duff idea.
While Susie carried on selling, I was keen to get creative with my T-shirt design.
Now, this laptop came loaded with pretty basic software. Fortunately, there are loads of free versions of things online that let me do everything from video editing to word processing.
But I wanted to do some arty stuff, so I loaded up some free Sumo Paint software. Its interface looks a lot like Photoshop, with palette, toolbox and similar menus, to let me create a design based on my infamous nickname, The O-Dog. I then uploaded it to my online store, where I decided to price my t-shirts between £22 and £25, which would make me around £5 a shirt.
I like that.
I still had to confront the elephant in my room, my unwanted CDs. I had to sell them, even if I only got back what I'd paid. Then finally, I found what I needed.
Music Magpie is a great site for selling your CDs, your DVDs and your games, because all you have to do is scan the barcode on your webcam and it gives you an instant price. 30p.
You then print off the free post label and post them to Music Magpie, and they'll send you a cheque.
Do you know what's weird about this? A recent Beyonce CD, right, worth 32 pence. School Reunion, The Party, never heard of it, worth £1.97. Who knew?
Music Magpie offered me £22.46 for my CDs, 7 times more than CEX offered, but still a disappointing loss of £2.54. And they priced my £50 worth of games at a healthy £82, giving me a similar profit to CEX. Next, I got online prices for my £240 worth of phones.
Oh, I must say, I do like this site, compareandrecycle.co.uk.
This tells you which phone recycler will give you the best price according to your phone's condition. Each phone has to be sold individually, but altogether they fetch £277, making a £37 profit. So, selling all my tech online would give me a grand total of £66.46, 4 times more than at CEX. But I was sure I could do even better.
While Susie was doing her maths calculations, I was trying out another of my ideas.
There's a huge demand for photographs on websites, in magazines and in advertising. So, I reckon if I take a load of great shots, I can make some serious money.
Sites like iStock Photo let you submit your very best pics, and if they are accepted, you get a cut of the profits every time they make a sale.
Yay, smile, girls!
They provide you with handy tips of what they are looking for, as well as what they don't want to see.
Beautiful.
And make sure you always get written permission from anyone you feature in your photos.
I'm on iStock Photo's website now. Before I can actually start to earn any money from my photographs, I need approval from them. To get that, I need to upload 3 of my best photographs. So, here we go.
After posting my 3 favourites, I had to wait a couple of days to see if they were accepted.
Having priced up my tech at both CEX and online, I now wanted to see if I could make a more personal approach on Birmingham markets.
This is where the experts are. If I can get some tips on selling directly to the public, I reckon I'm going to get them here.
So you come with 1,000 games, you got more chance. If you come with 10 games, you're going to sell any, are you?
That's what I've got, 10 games.
I think you're going to struggle.
Not too encouraging, but I did manage to persuade one market seller to give me a space on his stall. I priced everything just above what I'd previously been offered, but I did have some sales.
Thank you very much.
But despite my best efforts, business was depressingly slow.
I've made £40. This is a very labour-intensive way of making money because I've now been here for over an hour.
And I also had a big disappointment. iStock had rejected my photos.
Now I know how Van Gogh must have felt, not selling a single picture in his lifetime. Thanks for nothing.
So, the question remains then, who has made the most profit? Is it me selling my old tech?
Or is it me with the help of my millions of...
Yeah, well, your followers.
Hundreds of followers, yeah.
To reveal all, the Gadget Show's own Lord Sugar of Tech, Mr. John Bentley.
Oh, thank you very much. I must admit, I did rather enjoy being stirred at the start of that challenge.
Oh,
yeah, you were very convincing.
Quite sexy.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I've got all the results here, and I can reveal how successful or not you two have been at making money. Now, Susie, you paid £25 for your CDs, but the best price you got was £22.46, making a loss of £2.54. Not an auspicious start. You paid £50 for your games, but by using a combination of online stores, second-hand shops and market selling, you sold them for £114, making a profit of £64. Your mobile phones cost you £240. You sold them for £347.60. And that gave you your biggest single profit of £107.60. Finally, you paid just £30 for your consoles, and your eBay agent sold all three, which even after he took his cut, handed you an excellent profit of £90.65. Thanks to my O-level math skills, I can add all that up and reveal a total profit of £259.71p.
Wow.
£259.71p.
I am impressed, but I don't hear a fat lady singing. So, John, please reveal my financial results and bring me tidings of joy.
Well, let's start with your photos. They managed to earn you nothing.
Oh, well, that was the tech. Wasn't
Oh, that's not a very good start, is it?
It's better than minus £2.54. Keep going, John.
Yes, do you mean with the O-Dog T-shirts?
Yes, the O-Dog T-shirts, eh?
Yes, well, interesting. Brand Dealey has been launched.
Yeah, everyone will be wearing them in 2011.
You managed to sell one T-shirt, bringing you in a profit of £4.23.
It's not bad for one T-shirt, though, is it?
This is quite impressive for one T-shirt, but it's still not very impressive overall, you know, I mean, even if it grows a bit. And then there was your blog.
When I post a blog, people sit up and listen.
I don't doubt it, but you nevertheless only managed to return the grand total of £3.95p.
That should be £395, no?
No, I'm afraid it shouldn't. I didn't even need a calculator to add this up, because your total profit in this challenge was a staggeringly poor £8.18.
Oh, my goodness.
Classic.
In my defence,
And
you need time to build up a community. You need to build up momentum. And as a young budding entrepreneur, I'm aware that in business you need to look at long-term goals. It's not about short-term profit.
I know you only had a month, and with a bit longer you could have built up that community, got a bit more revenue.
Yes,
but results are results. On this occasion, notice as a budding entrepreneur.
Don't do it, Lord Bentley. Don't do it.
You're fired.
Go and get the taxi outside.
I think I will do.
And Susie, you're hired.
Ooh!
Yes.
I don't feel I can celebrate because it was so bad.
Shall I get my suitcase?